That'll have to do, that'll have to do. Sorry about that. Sorry as always. I'm sorry. I was too late today to do anything good. Elevated Jamtracks. Backing tracks, of course. Check them out. Best backing tracks on the tube. Thanks for coming. Hello. Welcome. There we go. Give us a second, I'll get out of the way. Let's get the tunes on. Let's do the stuff. Anybody know about the stuff? I don't know about the stuff. Here we go. Chicka chicka. We're on. Nice. Who's in? Have we got any humans here? Bots, humans, algae. Who's turned up? Ah, guitars. Be gone. Amps off. Right. Thanks for coming. How's everybody doing? Tell me all about it. Let's say hello to who's in. And if you're watching on catch up, thank you so much for watching on catch up. Always appreciated. Chuck something in the comments. What are you up to? What time is it? What day is it? Things like that. Not really happy with this camera. Let's see. Still not happy with it. That'll do. Okay. Peter Collins is first on. We've also got... Hello, Peter, by the way. Thanks for coming. Searching for Tones in. How you doing, mate? Scott Bogfoot in from Newfoundland. Relaxing Meditation. Mott the Hoople. Twice. Me, myself, and I's in. Cal B and the Rocco Cat. Walker to play the... Sorry, where did I just read that randomly there? Cal B. My guitar's so old it uses a walker to play the blues. Nice one. Maria Davies is in. How you doing, Muggs? Thanks for coming. Richard Sheehan from Leicester. Hello, mate. Thank you. IMA640 is in. John Channing. Anton. Hello, mate. Mark Greenan's in. Dinger63 from Dundee. Paul McKean. How do you know? How am I pronouncing that wrong? Paul McKean. Glenn Bailey's in and he likes black guitars. That's good news. Paul Taylor, Cumbria, south of the ice wall. Thanks for coming, mate. GRB Aquatics is in. Thank you for joining us all the way from Australia. Jason Viator's in. How we doing, pal? And Esprit, yes indeed, mate. The Boring Dad is also in. Benny Larson, hello guys. And Gary Westcott. Hey! Oh, nice one, mate. Gary Westcott, you says that you're here thanks to the Studio Rats. Hiya from Manchester. Hello, mate. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I went on the Studio Rats live stream again last night. If you ever check out the Studio Rats live stream, they do it on Wednesdays at... Is it 8? Is it 8? I think it's 8 PM. 8 till 10 or sometimes 9:30. And they just leave it open. So they put the link in the chat and you can join up if you can get your audio and stuff sorted out. Sorry, I'm going to attempt to fix this camera. I'm not happy with that. Wow, what a difference. Right, yeah, let's read some comments. Well, hammering on about, this is the live stream that we do every week, every Thursday at 7:30 PM UK. I do a poll on the Wednesday, which is the day before, and it looks like that. And we're talking about how old was your oldest guitar and vintage guitars and that kind of thing. So later on we'll be going through that a little bit. And Friday's video is related. I try to make it related when I can. So this Friday it is related. So, of course, we had the poll yesterday talking about your oldest guitars and vintage guitars in general. Right now, we're talking about vintage guitars and your oldest guitars. And tomorrow's video is... I got to experience a proper vintage guitar a couple of weeks ago. Me and my mate Cyborg Guitars, I don't think he's here, but he's got a channel. And we went to Kenn'y's Music, which is my local shop, but they have 4 shops in the UK. Sorry, 4 shops in Scotland. Aberdeen, Dundee, Glasgow, Dunfermline. And they're doing a roadshow with their vintage gear because they were recently... I'm telling you all the stuff from the video now. They recently merged with the Guitar Trade Centre, who had a big Facebook page following and a shop. Anyway, the merger, they're taking all the guitars all around. Aberdeen was the first one a couple of weeks ago, so myself and Simon went, and I've just realised I'm talking really fast and I'm going to try and slow down. Okay. Myself and Cyborg Guitars went to the roadshow and got to try out a 1954 Gibson Les Paul. For real. So that happened, and there's a video about that tomorrow. So check it out. We've got to try out some other guitars as well, but that was the one that was featured. Okay, that's what's happening. How's everybody doing? Right, let's read some comments. So Peter Collins, yes, you were the first on. Searching for Tone, you're hoping to sneak away from the family to check this one out. Sounds like a great topic. Thanks, mate, I hope it is. Well, actually, from the poll yesterday and everybody's comments, getting to hear the stories of some of the guitars that you guys have got is pretty crazy. I think there was, the oldest one I noticed was from 1948, which stuck out because I don't know if you're watching Father, my father, Raymond, 1948, there you go, year of your birth. Anywho, so I thought that was cool. Relax and meditation, hello Steve, hope all are well. My oldest guitar is a 1978 Burns Marvin, a Hank Marvin signature model, great old guitar. I would never get rid of it, too much sentimental value. Nice one. I didn't even know that Burns did a Hank Marvin. Is that like common knowledge? I bet it is, and it's something that I'm just not hip to. I don't know why I would make that connection, because I just always associate him with these red Fender Strat. Seems like a strange collab. Bet there's a cool story there. Sorry, I'm playing about with lights and stuff. Mont the Hoople, your oldest dates from 67, which is nearly as old as me. You, not me. Bought it for £70 in 1980. Oofed. If anyone can guess the brand and approximate model, I'll drop you a 20 quid super chat, Steve. Well, I don't think I deserve that, mate, but come on, people, let's get guessing. No, I wouldn't have a clue. 67, old as you bought it for 70 and 19, unless you mentioned it in the... I might, if it was you that mentioned it in the poll yesterday, I might remember what it is, so I'll not spoil it. Mont the Hoople, within the duration of tonight's live chat, that is, right, fair dues. Makes sense. Me, myself and I, good evening from Germany, thanks for coming, mate. That's awesome. People coming from all over. It's humbling stuff. Thank you so much. Like even Dinger63 came all the way from Dundee. Cheers, mate. Carl B, who's in Canada, by the way. My guitar is so old it uses a walker to play the blues. We got that one earlier, but it's a good one nonetheless. Worth a second turn. Muggs is in from Wales. Good evening, Steve. Good evening, Muggs. Thanks for coming. Carl B, your guitar's neck is so fat that when I accidentally cut it, it bled gravy. Hey. Richard Sheehan's from Leicester, hello mate. Sorry, I'm just going to get into some of these. Anton is saying you'll be listening in the car as you drive home. Oh, nice one, thanks mate. Some drive time for you. I'll try and slow down then a little bit. More like drive time radio, be a bit more relaxed. I think I got a comment on that recently about, maybe even from last week's live stream, because I do get super excited and I talk too fast. So I need to calm down, breathe. Okay. Where were we there? Your Mark Sheehan, Richard Sheehan, not Mark's below him, sorry. Richard Sheehan, my oldest guitar is an E-Series Squire Strat from 86. Beautiful neck on it. Nice one, mate. Can't beat that era of Squire stuff. Mark Green guitar, evening Steve, it's been a while. Thanks for coming, mate. Always good to see you. And there's Dinger63 from Dundee. Paul McKean's in. McKean? Yep. Calby sights and sounds working, Steve. Thank you very much, mate. I should have checked that just as soon as I stopped playing. That would have been ideal. I'll need to start doing that. Whoops. And thanks for the help. Glenn Bailey, hello all. Hope we are doing well today. Please put your seat in the reclining position. Turn up the volume. For the love of crumb, hit the like button, please. Good advice, Glenn. Cheers for that. It does help. It helps. It helps. Loads. Scott Bobfoot saying hello to Glenn. Glenn saying, smooth intro, nice. Thank you, mate, but I'm quite disappointed in myself with that one there. I just picked up that Esprit because we were doing vintage guitars. That's the oldest guitar I got. 2004. Let's get it out. It's not a vintage guitar, it's far from it, but I mean, it's show and tell, isn't it? The Squire Esprit. Absolutely love this guitar. This is the second one of these I bought because the first one was, I didn't like the top on it. They're quite hard to find. I've done a video on this. What is it? It's called like the Squibson. Because it's like when Squire made a Gibson or something like that. But very cool guitars. If you don't know about them, worth checking out. Especially if you're like a bit like myself, single cut a verse. I mean, it's a double cut, but it's got a lot of Gibson things going on in a Fender flavour that I kind of like. Anyway, where are we there? Paul Taylor, howdy from Cumbria, south of the ice wall. Yes, thank you, mate, for coming. Hugely appreciated. Sorry, I'm rereading some of these. Mick Marshall saying hello. Jason Viator and Esprit. I knew me and Steve were soulmates. There you go, mate. Yes, and Esprit. Jason knows about the Esprit. You should check him out. Very cool guitars. Okay. IMA640. I'm classing that as a cool guitar, Steve. I don't think I've seen one before. There you go. Yeah. Esprit. All about the Esprit. Let's get in here a wee bit more. Glenn Bailey, you're lurking in the background practicing. Good on you, mate. I'll be getting with a new guitar player for the... Wait a minute. I'm lurking in the background practicing. I'll be getting with a new guitar player for the first time next week. Been trying to get together, but schedule now are permitting. Okay, got you. That's interesting. Did anybody catch last night Mateus Asato did his first ever live stream on YouTube? I didn't even know it was happening until like about 2 minutes before it. I was just doing my usual YouTube and watching stuff, and I seen he was about to go live, and oh my god. Look, I hate that guy. I absolutely hate that guy. No, take it all back. I'm just like insanely jealous. He is so incredible. I always knew he was a great player, but seeing him on a live stream, he did like almost 2 hours, I think. And man, he was just playing. Not a single bum note. Like, and he played a billion notes. And he's just, and it's not just all technique. He's got great technique, but he's just such a tasty player. Oh man, he's absolutely phenomenal. So I was loving that, and I hope he does some more live streams. I'll be checking that out. And oh, I wonder if I can remember it. I'll try it on this because you might be able to hear it. This is quite resonant. Somebody asked him what his favourite chord was. I'm going to see if I can do it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I tried to pick it up the next day. Right, see if I can get it. What was it now? That looks about right. That's it, that's it, that's it. Oh wait, I just realised the back of music's on. Wait a minute though. It's off now, isn't it? Should be off. Right. Imagine that plugged in. Imagine you could hear that. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know what it is. It sounds like some sort of... It's a major. It's got a 9 in there, maybe a 7, maybe a 6 as well. Love it. Okay. But that wasn't the highlight of his stream. It was just absolutely amazing. Like start to finish. What a player. And he's... I don't know why I'm starting to promote his course, but that's why he did the live stream. Is because he was promoting his course, Asatonics. So, Asato is his last name. Tonics, pentatonics. It's his like pentatonic course. And I'm actually tempted to get it. I don't know why, because I know that the only way to play like Mateus Asato is to practice loads. Buying a course probably won't help me. That might help me, but you need to actually spend time with the course and do the stuff. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do that. I would buy the course and look at it for 5 minutes and never practice. That's my style. So, yeah. And oh, just so you should, because you mentioned Glenn, you're playing in the background while you're watching. So that's what I was doing when Mateus was playing. So inspiring. I just picked up my guitar straight away. I like never do that, and I was just playing away for, well, as long as the stream was on for, and I was just loving it. Right, sorry, got a bit carried away there. What did we get there? GRB Aquatics, what were you saying? You watched an awesome video on 1980s UK post-punk band The Sound. Adrian Borland, singer, guitarist, was amazing. Never heard of them, mate. Thanks for the shout. I need to check them out. Very original style. Awesome. BPC's in the house. How you doing, mate? All right, gent. Hey, people. Thanks for coming, pal. BPC's got a video. Actually, both Budget Pedal Chap and Johnny Budget Guitar Show have released their videos today and yesterday of the new Sonic Cake Matribox 2 Pro. So everybody's obviously talking about the Quad Cortex Nano the past couple of days. I've got like zero interest in that, but here's an alternative, potential alternative, is it? I don't know. So could be worth a look if you want a wee break from Quad Cortex stuff. Anyway. Robbie F, hello Steve, hello friends, still in work meetings, we'll pop over here as soon as you're free. Always glad to have you, mate, if you can make it, awesome. GRB Aquatics, 1954, oh wow, cool. Oh, what did I miss there? Something from 1954. Oh yeah, I know what I missed. The story about the Les Paul. Sorry, yes, 1954, Les Paul. It was cool. I still don't like single cuts, but there you go. I've probably tried, like, could you get any better than that? I don't know. Paul Taylor, you've got a 1964 Hofner Colorama. I feel like really old guitars have almost fossilised wood. The neck feels so dense, nothing like modern guitar wood. Are you saying, like, as a matter of fact, it's nothing like modern guitar wood, or are you saying there's nothing like modern guitar wood? But I get you anyway, mate. Yes, they say that with acoustics, that they only get better over time as the wood seasons. Colhad, hi, thanks for your great channel. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers, thanks for coming. Westone Concord 3, nice one, mate. How old is it? Peter Collins, Hank Marvin played a Burns before he got his Strat. That makes all the sense. I knew that his Strat was like the first in the UK apparently, or rumoured to be. But of course he must have played a guitar before that, so a Burns totally makes sense. Why didn't I know that? Thank you, mate. Vincent Brennan, evening all, just finished dinner. Great stuff, mate. Keep the updates coming. Me, myself and I, as I mentioned in the comments, you've got, oh sorry, it was you that had the 61 Jazzmaster, right, so that's not my £20 then, oh well. You mentioned the 61 Jazzmaster, but also a 1965 Gibson Dove. Oof, man, that's some coin you're sitting on there. Whoops, jumped there again. Chat jumps sometimes and I can never find where it was. There we go, John Channing. Your oldest is a Yamaha Pacifica from 93. Natural finish, that's vintage by the way. With a maple board, lovely guitar, and I'll have it to I shuffle off this mortal coil. Got ya. Yeah, so 94 and before is now vintage. 30 years, that's the rule. Aaron Shortson, how you doing, mate? Thanks for coming. Aaron also has a channel you should check out. Lots of acoustic content and other stuff. I can't remember if I told you, Aaron, that I watched your 42 Gear Street podcast with Davina and Furch guitars. That was really interesting. I enjoyed that. Getting to sit down with two of the sort of boutique builders of acoustics. Very cool. And Aaron streams as well, but I'm sorry, mate, I'm not on your schedule. I just seem to be online when you're on and watch, but I'm not sure exactly when it is you put your streams up, so let us know, please. Me, myself and I, inherited, would never buy as I don't have that vintage bug, though I like basic guitars. Fair dues. Excuse me. Sorry, apologies. Neda Meadow, hi, if you bought a guitar in 2004, it would be 20 years old now. In 94, playing a 74 Strat, it was 20 years old. Nirvana is closer to Hendrix than we are to Nirvana's Nevermind. Whoa, there you go. That's something to think about right there. Nice one, mate. Thank you for the perspective. Whoops, it's jumped again. Gary Westcott. Someone is sending me out a Gibson lawsuit guitar from the 70s. Don't know anything about it, but it's free. Those are my favourite guitars ever. Honestly. I love free guitars. Congratulations, mate. Scott Bogfoot, what year did Fender start Squire? Great question. I'm going to guess wrongly. Oh, nice. Someone's already said it. 82, first Squires, same as myself. I was thinking about going as early as 79, but there you go. Well done. Thank you, Peter. Cool guitar. Thank you, GRB. Phil H, evening all. Hi, late. Thanks for coming. Malcolm Thompson, you've got a 1930s parlour acoustic guitar. Right, well, you've just won. You've just took the other guy off the top spot, who was 1948. I'll remember when I get into this stuff. Look, showing you different things on screen sometimes for variety. Oh, right, okay, yeah, Glenn is saying that Mateus Asato, we're saying that Mateus Asato was amazing. Yeah, he's great, but it's not how many notes you play, it's how not shitty songs you write. Yeah, fair dues. That's a good point as well. But he's just so good. Oh, he's just special. He is a special, special man. There's only a few, in my opinion. Glenn Bailey, the Rick Beato interview with Matteo was good. I've not seen the Matteo Asato one yet. I've actually not caught up with Rick for a while. I'll need to do that. He did a Matteo Mancuso one though, didn't he? Pretty sure I've seen that one. Okay. Mateus, not Matteo. Yeah, got you. We need a third Matteo, by the way. You know, like there was like the three kings, the BB King, Freddie King and Albert King. In the modern era, we need a third Matteo. Mateus, Matteo, and another, a Matteo or something. Is there a third one that could be in this top tier new breed? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just ignore all that. I'll edit that out, sorry. Padraig Floyd, how old is vintage? 30 years, and that means 1994 and before. According to the internet. Calby, he meant he doesn't like humbuckers. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. I might have missed something there. Vintage perhaps in age or style? Not sure. Sorry, I'm kind of losing place of what we're talking about there. Apologies. Robbie F, people pay crazy money for guitars from my birth year. I guess that means I'm vintage. Most certainly, Robbie. Well, there you go. Turns out, well, I'm definitely vintage, yeah, but 94 again. There we go. Jed Ellis, eventually here. Sorry for the lateness. Unacceptable, Jed. Just come back next. No, not at all. Thank you for coming, mate. Apologies. Thanks for coming, mate. Always appreciated. Me, myself, and I probably like vintage guitars more about possession than about actually playing them. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I would imagine that they're probably not the most playable, or are they actually? See, to be honest with you, because I've not been honest this whole time. I've been lying the whole time until this very second. Sorry. To be honest with you, that 54 Les Paul played a lot better than I expected. I expected just old guitars to be unplayable, pretty much. And I'm very sensitive and picky with the playability on guitars. Like, I actually struggled at 42 Gear Street with all the new modern guitars, just if they've got like 10s on them, or if the action's high and I've not got my polish cloth, I struggle to play things, you know what I mean? It gave me a newfound respect for all these players that are there that just pick up a guitar and can just like play, because I was struggling to do that. That's my excuse anyway. But yeah, I expected I would have a really hard time playing a vintage guitar, but tried out 2 vintage guitars at the Kenn'y's Roadshow, and yeah, very playable. It's all in the setup. Vincent, after dinner update on the father-in-law's 89th birthday cake, which he made himself. Very yum. Wow, good on him. 89. Happy birthday to your father, mate, and congrats that he can make cakes for himself. Brilliant. Ben Almark, cheers Steve, hope you're doing well. I'm good, mate, thank you for coming, Ben. I'm going to make some coffee noises, please bear with me. I'll try and cover the mic. It's probably not fixed it. There's what we need. Always forget about that. Smashing. Okay, Zach84, hello, how you doing, pal? Carl B, Matty the Hair, is that like Matteo Asato? Or is that another guy who could be in the 3? What the Hoople, I thought the Burns Marvin was specially designed for Hank in 1963-64. He had a Strat much earlier than that and is credited with importing the first to the UK, yeah. So apparently it was Cliff that imported it, wasn't it? Cliff Richard, that's the story I heard. Well, this is great, we're getting some good history here. Here's GRB in with another little history nugget. In 1982, the first Squier guitars, it's notable that on these very early instruments, the Fender logo was prominently featured in the usual place with a small Squier logo on the end of the headstock. That kind of reminds me of Squier eBay listings. Fender Squier. Oh, nothing annoys me more than that. No, that's one of the most annoying things ever. Honestly, If you're selling a Squire on eBay, please just take Fender out the title. Everybody knows. Who's falling for that? I don't know. Like I say, 1982. It's like 40 years. 40 odd years of stuff. History. We know the difference between Fender and Squire. Even non-guitar players know, do they? I'm going to ask my mum if she knows. Mugs, does anyone on here know what is the oldest guitar in the world and who built it? I don't. Is that a loaded question? Are you going to tell us, Mugs? Or are you just curious? I would like to know as well. I would imagine that would be hard to get information on. Gordon Walker, the three should be Matteo, Mateus and Matit. Like declining a Latin verb. Whew. Sorry, mate. That's far too highbrow for me, but I'll take it. I'll just accept that that's correct. Good on you, mate. Poo Ninjas in the house. Thank you for coming, mate. How you doing? We are among legend. Your 83 Yamaha is your oldest axe. What Yamaha is it, mate? Tell us. Is it an acoustic? Is it an SG? There we go, GRB, you've got another one, Mateus Rosé. Original is a rosé with a very appealing and bright hue. On the whole, it's fresh and seductive wine with fine and intense bouquet. Lovely. There we go. That's what they say about vintage guitars are like fine wines. Did they say that? Maybe not. Vincent Brennan, cheers. He is also a great piano player. Who is? Mateus Asato, is he? I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty awesome. You know what? He's got very small hands and fingers as well. That annoys me even more. But apparently that makes him quicker. Like short, nimble digits. You know what I mean? So he's cheating by having small hands. Phil is asking, if you could choose one guitar from any in the world to own, what would it be? See, it's a good question, but for me, I don't really lust after any particular guitar from history or any like crazy famous guitars or anything like that. I just want the dream spec guitar, and I'm always trying to kind of get there myself. A few of these got close, but kind of have to mod them. That's really close. So here's my Goldilocks story. So this is close to Charvel DK22. Almost there, just the neck radius is a bit too flat. Pickup's too hot, but I could change them. Then we get to the ST Modern. That's almost there as well. Didn't love the neck profile, same as that one. Sorry. That's the Harley Benton, by the way. Too flat a neck radius for me. The GS450, this is... how can I never do this? Lefts and rights, wait a minute. That one. The GS450. This one's close. All I want to change on that is the pickups. That's basically it. I love the weight of that, the colour of that. Oh, and the fret markers are not visible enough, but I've got a fix for that coming soon. I'm dying to do a video on this guitar, but I want to mod it, and I've got so many other videos to do. I'm not going to do a review of this because I've done one before, and this one's kind of like a bit of a special edition that there was only 18 made. That's one of 18, and it's not worth doing a video on something that like isn't accessible for people, you know what I mean? Quite rare. Anyway, I don't think so. Right, sorry. Tangents there. But thank you for the question, Phil. So I don't know, I'm getting close. Just with modding things. Wait a minute. Change my mind. I would love to get a guitar built from Valiant Guitars. I hope you're watching, Valiant. Hint, hint. Anywho. Oh! Another wee story. I recently took in a new guitar day last week. Did the unboxing video a couple of days ago. Got the edit finished. It'll probably not go up for a few weeks, but I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this guitar. Yeah, more to follow in the future. Right, sorry. Losing place here. Peter Collins, bet there's not many Latin students on here. I have a Latin O level. Did you get it, Peter? I didn't get it, I'm sorry. Phil H, check out my unicorn guitar, the Cloud Guitar by Dave Rusin. I'd have to sell my firstborn to own it. Oh. So what? Your unicorn guitar, have you got... Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Right, okay. Your unicorn guitar. The Cloud Guitar by David Rusin. Okay. Need to check that out. Nice one, Gordon. You feel old enough to be a native speaker of Latin, that is. That was good. I like that. Scott, people always say vintage is great because it's played in, but for used purposes, do that matter because it's worn into someone else's preference habits, or am I overthinking it too much? Probably. They're probably overthinking it, but I don't know. Yeah, we really need to like play it a lot to carve into someone's... No, I know what you mean. I do get what you mean. Yeah, I think it's just use. Human use should be universal-ish. Don't quote me on that. Me, myself and I, my reference to vintage cars is that you would only take it out on special occasions and otherwise keep it in a special place out of fear of loss, destruction, theft, though vintage are already well worn. Very good points there. Vincent Brennan also saying Matthias Rose. Is that the wine again? Muggs, you're just curious. Yeah, I'm curious as well. We've not got an answer yet. We know that the first Squire was 1982. And Hank Marvin had a Burns in 1963, but I've not got to the oldest guitar yet. Probably somewhere when the guitar morphed from the lute into an acoustic guitar of sorts. I don't know what century that would have been. A wee while ago. Peter Collins, a long time since I did it, can't remember. Oh, sorry, that's... Oh, declining verbs and stuff, there we go. Oh right, here's Poo Ninja with his guitar, the SE300H. It's a style HH with a push-pull to split the coils. Yes, it's in severe need of some TLC. Well mate, get to it, get something going. Oh, Vincent Brennan, you're saying your father-in-law is a great piano player. Is this the same gentleman who's, it's his 89th birthday? That's impressive. Good on him. Phil, the purple one, the binding is pretty. Yeah mate, I'm absolutely loving that guitar. Can't wait to do a video on it and show you all about it and make some mods to it too. I've actually not even gigged it as much as I'd like to because I want to change the pickups, but I can't change the pickups until like I've did the intro for it. It's a whole YouTube thing. Stuff takes a while. Oh, and Poo Ninja, your Yamaha is a beautiful candy apple red. Nice one mate. Recently starting to appreciate that colour more and more these days. Maria, I think the medical profession use Latin. Yes, they do. I should have known that. Me being an ex-NHS employee and surgeon. No, that's not true. Me, myself and I would buy if Jet make a Steve Cassidy signature guitar, though I do like rosewood necks. There you go. Well, maybe that Jet GS480 is for you. Yeah, I need to try out more of them. Poo Ninja, loving the Valiant too. Yeah, awesome guitars, man. I've got my Valiant video coming up in a couple of weeks. That should be a week on Friday, actually, a week tomorrow. I've just realised I'm speeding up again. Time to slow down, calm down, and calm. And I'll get to the poll in just a minute. I've almost caught up here. GRB, is playing guitar at 3 AM in the suburbs even quietly acceptable? Yes. Anytime you feel inspired, go for it, go mental. Gary Westcott, you have a Charvel and I love it, but I hate the big block it has where the neck is screwed into the body. Oh, this one certainly does not have that. I'm not sure what model you've got. Is that a SoCal or something maybe? Padraig Floyd, you've got quite a number of Westtones, excellent guitars, even picked up the Westone 3 recently, plus the case needs to have the electronics put in. Brilliant mate. Poo Ninja, I think it was the 1500s. Let's go with that. That's the closest we'll get to fact. Baz is in, how you doing mate? Thanks for coming. Late to the party mate, hope all's good with me. It's good mate, and hope you're well as well. Poo Ninja, okay, early 1800s, the modern guitar was built in Spain. I don't doubt it for a second. Henry VIII played the lute. Nice, right, okay, let's get to the poll. Thanks for all the info people. Right, so, wow. I checked this last night and didn't realise it was up this high. It was like over 200 last night. I'm pretty sure this is the new record. 285 votes. Thank you so much for sharing your guitar age. Hugely appreciated, as always. Okay, so yeah, we're saying it's not a perfect poll because I'm asking how old is your oldest guitar. So it's like, is it the oldest guitar you own, oldest guitar you've ever owned, have you owned it from new? There's loads of different ways you can look at it, but let's check it out. So basically newish guitars here, 0 to 5 years, 18%, and just behind that, 19%, we've got 6 to 15 years. So what's that making up? Is anybody able to maths? I don't know, but it's not half anyway. So less than half are less than 16 years old. And then it seems like the majority of people's oldest guitars are 16 to 29 years at 33% and 31% at 30 plus years. That's a lot of old guitars. Or is it? I don't know. I mean, 285 votes, that is a lot of old guitars. So it's good to know that there's a lot of old guitars still kicking about and hopefully being used as well. Right, 130 comments. Thank you as always for the comments. As you know, it's getting harder and harder for me to keep up with all of them. And I know that I've actually missed responding to some of these today because work was super hectic this afternoon. So I missed a couple. Like, I know that Barbara Pape commented something about a Hank Marvin one as well, a Fender. And I was reading that going when I was walking home, but I didn't respond. So apologies. And right, let's read out some of these selectively. There we go, Mississippi Blues, just because it's short, sorry. 34 years for your Martin J40, love it. Yep, and like we said, acoustics apparently get better with age, so I bet that sounds awesome. Sorry Nathan, appreciate the comment, but I'm going to skip it because it's long, I'm so sorry. Oh no, actually I'm going to read it because this was a nice story. Change my mind all the time. 2004 Strat, crafted in Japan, 68 reissue in Olympic white, strung and played upside down like a certain someone. We all know who that is. Slash. Story time. My granddad took me to a music store after I was getting decent on guitar and went looking for my birthday present. I wanted my first Fender Stratocaster. We saw it on a wall and I immediately fell in love with it as I had just binged watched the famous Woodstock DVD. DVDs, showing your age there, mate. A few minutes after trying it in a booth, showing your age as well, my granddad poked his head in and asked if I liked it. I said I loved it and he said, good, it's yours now. Beautiful. It's now my most prized possession and I've been playing it for the last 18 years. When I die, it's coming with me. Great stuff, mate. That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that, mate. I'm glad you love it and you still play it. Whoops, lost my mouse there. Anton, who's going to be the first to have a Triggers broom guitar? That's probably me, is it? I've got a load of them. Right, let's pick out a shorter one. Here's a shorter one. Ashley Grace Music. I think that's right. Sorry, mate, if I got that wrong. Your first guitar is your oldest guitar. A 2002 Squire Strat, which has been heavily modified with Vince Gill EMGs, relicked and taken several hundred knocks too. Other than that, all original parts, and I kid you not, it's still my favourite to play. Somehow it is much more comfortable than all of my other guitars, which includes a Fender Tele, a Strat and an ES335. Brilliant, mate. My question is, at that age, when you say it's 2002 and it's had several hundred knocks, and it's been relicked, is that due to the several hundred knocks? Is it an intentional relic? Is my question. It doesn't matter. We've got to read Mr. Robson, of course. Don't forget John's live stream tomorrow night. Actually, let's do the live stream roundup. Right, so we got to watch Studio Rats on a Wednesday, 8 PM. This is so that you've got something to watch every night. I want to make sure you've got something to watch every night. Because the terrestrial TV, we need to get that in the bin. It's old news. So, Studio Rats, Wednesday night, 8 PM. Thursday night, hammering on about, right here, 7:30 PM. These are all UK times. Friday night, 5 PM, beer o'clock, John Robson with his live stream. Now we're into Saturday. Saturday, 3 Chord Dave live, 8 PM. No, 10 PM, Irish time, which is UK time. Sunday, Johnny Budget Guitar Show, 6:30 PM, I think. And then Monday, the Peak Lammy, the Lamb Live show. You got to watch the Lamb Live on a Monday night. There are other live streams, but that's the ones that I watch. Oh, actually, I also watch Audio Mo on Thursdays. If you're in the UK, he's on at 5 o'clock UK time. There you go. I watch a load of live streams, but that's the ones that I kind of watch regular. Right, sorry. What we're doing there? Just going to show you this face again for a minute. There you go. It's a bit of... Whoops. Don't play with the buttons. Right, back to this. Couple more. Right, so, sorry. John Robson guitar. My oldest guitar is a wonderfully awful satellite Les Paul copy made of the finest 70s plywood. It plays like a dog and has all the resonance of a plastic ukulele, but the nostalgia it gives me is priceless. That's beautiful. I've actually seen a couple of videos I think John's made about that one, or one video at least, and he's mentioned it on a live stream. Cool story on that one as well, mate. Right, let's get a couple more. Southern Panda, 22 years old, a Samick SV 560 from Korea, made in 92. You were 8 years old when it was born, and you still have the original parts too, surprisingly. Good on you, mate. You've still got your original arms and legs and teeth and that sort of... That was the worst joke ever, apologise. Right, great stuff, man. There was a lot of sort of these sort of great heyday comments, and people have got a lot of 80s, 90s Korean stuff, Samicks, Corks, Squires. And it's funny how the people who've got them keep them around, or even look out for them now. You know, they're still highly sought after guitars. Charlie Rice, you've got a Gianni Spanish guitar, my first decent guitar, bought it from new in 1974, you still have it and play it. That's what I like to hear. That's getting use. 1974, man. Imagine the people that made these guitars to know that their guitars are still being played today, and probably for years to come, if we're lucky. Right, sorry, I'm just going to pick out another couple of randoms, get down. But there's the Lamb. What's the Lamb saying? My Strat has been with me 23 years now. Never had a refret. Looks like it needs one, but somehow still plays great. Maybe one day I'll take the plunge and get some new medium jumbos in there and end up hating it. Yeah, I don't like going up a fret size. I like the same fret size as on the guitar. Or just basically never go beyond medium jumbo. That's my rule. For no reason. Bill Mumbo, my oldest guitar is a famous short scale star bass I bought second-hand in 1978. It's from approximately 1964-ish. Other than that, you've got a 68 Gibson acoustic, a 72/73 Shaftesbury thin line telly, and a few others. There's a collection. Good on you, mate. Right, let's get one more. Pardon me, here's the gain, Dane. My oldest guitar is a Kramer Striker FR400 from 1999. You bought it used. The oldest guitar I own that you bought new is a 2011 Squire CV50s telly. There you go, a Kramer Striker and a CV50s telly. That's quite different sides of the coin, isn't it? Right. Oh wait, I'm going to read it because I've seen it and I forgot to respond to this. So Barbara is saying, and this kind of ties in with the earlier Burns thing. My Burns Hank Marvin is a 1964 model and it weighs a ton. Now celebrating its 60th birthday. That must be worth a bit, is it? I'm assuming it would be. Other than that, by Fender, CBS era Gold on Gold was made in 1981. Another guitar that is far heavier than your average Strat. Awesome. Listen, thank you, Barbara, and thank you all so much for sharing the comments and stories. Always appreciated. Great stuff. So what do we think of vintage guitars in general? I wonder. Do I like them? Probably should have asked that. That should have been the poll. Do you like vintage guitars? Yes, no, other. Right, where did we get to there? Sorry, I need a wee drink again. Excuse me. Baz, I think this is where we're at. Oldest guitar you had was a 78 Tokai Les Paul. Tokai the new. Yes, it had Les Paul wrote on the headstock, genuine lawsuit guitar. Later they caved to Gibson's pressure and renamed them Love Rock. Ah, right, okay. I didn't know that's where that came from. I see them Love Rocks all the time, but I didn't realise that was their alternative to Les Paul name. Excuse me. Scott Bogfoot, you have a book with a Russian painting from the 1500s. a shipbuilding scene. In the background, there's an acoustic 6-string guitar that looks exactly like a modern guitar. There you go then. Scott, Muggs, I hope you're paying attention, Scott has photographic evidence of possibly the earliest pictured 6-string guitar. Gary Westcott, yes, it's a SoCal, this is your Charvel you're talking about. A SoCal Style 1 Satin Blaze, it's beautiful. Oh, nice one, mate. Baz, currently the oldest guitar you have is a 1980 Yamaha SG 2000 in ebony. Oofed. Yeah, the Yamaha SGs are awesome. I remember, well, speaking about Kenn'y's music again, when there used to be sound control back in the day, they had, used to remember that, well, maybe it wasn't the case, but when I was a lad, when I was young, in my teens, used to go down to like Kenn'y's sound control, the music shop. There was a couple in Dundee, used to go around the mall like every weekend, used to go down. And it was the same stuff in all the time, you know, because it took a while to sell guitars. And they had this Yamaha SG in, and there was a few times, I used to look at it all the time. There's a few times I tried it out. They must have hated me in there because I couldn't afford it. I was like, I don't know, 15 or something at the time. Poo Ninja, was it a headless loot? Oh wait, that was, wait a minute, we'll just, oh wait a minute, I just got it there. That was about the Henry VIII thing, wasn't it? You're good, you. Scott Bogfoot, you wrote in the poll for the first time ever. Lol. I hope you read your comment. Did I read it? Thanks, mate. Always appreciated. Phil, my vintagest real world guitar is a Charvel 8990. Well, that is a vintage guitar by definition. Sorry, Scott, I should just mention, when it comes to, when I go to this, to read the poll comments, I try to, if I can, read the ones from people who are not in the live chat, if I can, just so I can represent more people. You know, the people who can't watch live and they maybe want to see if I've seen their comment or something later. I don't know. That's the ego in me talking there that anybody cares what I've got to say about it. But you know what I mean. Just in case I try and mix it up a bit. But the other thing is that sometimes, check this out, see the usernames that come up here are not always the same as they are on my live chat. Like for example, I don't know if I can find one. There's some people that are here, like for example, Derek Clacton I think is here, so is Stevie Mac and Vincent Brennan. I think they're all here, but your usernames don't come up the same on the live chat all the time. See like Vincent Brennan 1301. And like, look, see this KTCZ7RM? That might be someone else that I know the name of in the live chat, but I don't recognise it on this, so sorry about that. Anyway, where are we at? Glenn Bailey, some channels we should check out. Budget Guitar Show, yeah, get them in, get the links in. Great stuff. GRB Aquatics, and check out GRB's channel as well, by the way. There you go. The Neolithic musical genius James Hendrock crafted guitars in BC era. I might be following that. Hendrock, yeah, okay. Yeah, is that Jimi Hendrix, Flintstonesy kind of thing going on here? Is that what we're doing? Good on you, mate. I like it. Cal B, old guitars have that played-in feeling you can't get with new, and anything that could have gone wrong would have already. Good point. Actually, something I was thinking about earlier on for some random reason. Because a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, we did Relic guitars for the hammering on about. And I was thinking about how a lot of people, some people think they're... Actually, John Robson did a top 5, or worst 5 video on it the other day I was watching. And talking about, well, that was one of the things that came up, Relic guitars. What side of the fence you're on with them, really. I side with John Robson on this one. So a lot of people make the argument that it's about the played-in feel. It's the feel of them. But why don't you ever see Relic guitars that have just got the neck relicked and they just leave the body pristine? Surely that would that not make sense? That's what I would do if I loved the feel of it. Because anyway, right, sorry. We're not getting into it. That's what John's video was about, actually. Stuff that we guitar players will argue about forever. And that's one of them. Anywho. Poo Ninja liked Hendrock. Good one. There we go. And there's Glenn Bailey sticking a link in for Scott Bogfoot as well. Good on you, mate. Scott, maybe oldest guitar that wasn't passed down or inherited would be a better question to find out what's the oldest guitar that was yours but no one else's. Great point, Scott. I think when I run out of ideas in a couple of weeks, we'll revisit this one just like that, because that seems like a good idea. Oh, and speaking of Scott, like Glenn's just put Scott's link in the channel there. Thanks to you, Scott, mate. On the 3-Chord Dave livestream, you're always putting my link in the chat. It's hugely appreciated, so thank you for that. I love when the community is all helping each other. It's awesome. Yeah, love it. Where are we at? Ray Gehring Music. New name for me, mate. Thanks for coming. Oldest guitar is a 1966 Harmony Classic. It was also the first guitar I ever played. Awesome, mate. Have you still got it? Do you still play it? Great stuff. Padraig Floyd, many well over 40 years old. Gibson the Paul, a couple of Yamaha SGs, a rake of Wesstones, the youngest of which is 1986, 2 Hondo H1030s, and an H935 Deluxe, and a few Ibanez Roadstars. Roadstars, yes. I don't know the Hondos. I'm aware of the brand, but I'm not familiar with the models. Muggs is saying, I remember the old 8-track Betamax in the fax machine. Now I'm showing my age. Yeah, I hear you. I remember Tamagotchis and pagers, which were the same thing. Not quite. Searching for tone. Sorry I'm late. No apologies necessary, mate. Just you go back to the start. Start watching on catch. I'm joking. Oh, Glenn's putting in all the links. Thank you so much, Glenn, for Aaron Short music as well. Fantastic. Mott the Hoople is saying to Baz that your Yamaha SG is your holy grail. You give your right hand for it, but then I think it would be difficult for you to play. Yeah, that's a good point. IMA 640. Is the poll reflecting the age of your audience, as younger players probably don't own older guitars? That is a very good point, mate. And yes, we do have an older audience here. Let's see if I can get into some analytics here and tell you. Bear with me. Because at the start of the channel, it was pretty much my age and above, but it's branched out a little bit. I don't know if I'll try and find out. I'm not very good at this. Bear with me. I'm not good at analytics. There we go. Viewer age. That's easy. Right, that's the last 28 days. I want to go lifetime. Right, here we go. Is this giving me a percentage? Yes, it is. 5.2% are in the 18 to 24 category. That's higher than it used to be. It used to be 0. 16.3% are 25 to 34. So there you go. That's what's up. 5 and 16. Is anybody good at maths? Yeah, it's all like 21 or something. That's more than I expected that were younger than me. 22.1% is 35 to 44. That's me. I'm in there. And then 25% is 24.6%. 45 to 54. 21% 55 to 64. And 10% 65 plus. So yeah, the main bulk is 35 and over, but the peak kind of is 45 and over. It actually goes like that. Can I share it with you? Kinda. Sorry, I've lost some of it on the screen, but there you go. Could have just shown you that, but there you go. That's what it looks like. Anywho, yeah, but it is mainly gentlemen as well that watch the channel and the videos. Although we do have some of the fairer species here. Thank you all for coming. I'm probably saying inappropriate things. They're like mugs, of course. Right, sorry, where are we? Oops, we jumped there. We're getting near the end, so I'll try and run through these. Where are we now? Oh, thank you, Pooh, asking people to hit the like button. Yeah, and so is Phil H. Hugely appreciated. Thank you so much. Oh wait, we've jumped quite a bit there. Oh, Cyborg's in. How you doing, mate? Cyborg, stick your link in the chat, or if a mod could put a link in the chat for Cyborg guitars, because he will be featuring in tomorrow's video. He was very handy to have along because Simon knows single cuts and I do not, so it was good to get his take on it. There we go. Woodsley, 1976 Japanese Kimbara Strat, bought second hand in 78 with only 2 pickups, which I still have, now with tone riders. Oh yeah. Yeah, keep a hold of those original pickups as well, you never know. Alan Bradbury, the oldest one you currently have is a Top 20, which is a bit like a Jaguar Jazzmaster. You think it's from late 60s, wow. You did have an Echo or Eco violin bass, which was decorated like a tart's handbag. Sounds awesome. Great stuff. Me, myself and I, and subscribe if you have not done so. You know what, I've just realised I never ask anybody to subscribe during the live stream. Oh. Please consider subscribing if you have not yet done so. I used to have the chat on subscriber mode only, so you could only chat if you had been subscribed for a minute, but it was feeling a bit too much like a bribe and a bit not as inclusive, so I thought I'd let all the bots come in. Which there isn't too many, thankfully, because bots aren't interested in small channels. They're only interested in large channels. Bet you didn't guess I was going to say that. Okay. Alan Bradbury, being a sad git, I actually bought a Harmony Sovereign because it is the guitar on Stairway to Heaven. It's very average acoustic, but for Zepp fans who play guitar, it has some meaning. Yeah, sounds like you got to have that. Gordon Walker, you used to work at Sound Control on Jamaica Street. Nice one, downstairs in the PA repair bit. I think I know the Gold Top SG2000 you mean. Ah, awesome mate. It was the Dundee Sound Control I went to, but there's a good chance that it circulated. You never know. Old Man Zen, good afternoon. Thanks for coming, mate. Derek Clapton, yep, here tonight. Just started watching. We'll catch up later on the rest. Thank you so much, mate. Cheers for coming. Me, myself and I agree, but the Relic is for the looks, not the feel. Ah, right. Other way around. There we go. Old Man Zen. Relicing the neck and not the body makes it look like when you see a relic guitar with sparkling hardware that looks brand new. Fair enough. Well, let me change it then. What if you only relic the back of the neck, right? There you go. That's what I meant. I wasn't really thinking so much like about fretwear or anything like that. Mind you, if it's a rosewood board or ebony or something like that and it's relic, you don't really see much on the fretboard side anyway, do you? I'll need to re-Google that. Mont Hoople, a few hints to my first and oldest guitar. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Please guess, because Steve needs the money. I do. Your mate Richard loves it. No. Richard, could that be Dick? Is it Dick Dale? Is it Dan Electro? That's not Dick Dale, but I just thought I'd put that out there. Poo Ninja, you got set the tides. You all have a great week. Thanks for coming, Poo. Always an honour to have you here, mate. Carry on with your life. A little bit over time, so I'll just pick up the rest of these comments. Vincent Brennan, the 1301 was tagged on by several YouTube accounts. Oh, okay, nice one. Scott Bogfoot, you're welcome, Steve. I do it here too, but it's it's a little redundant. Yeah. OMG! I can't believe it. Look who's in the chat. HP42 has arrived. Hello Henning, how you doing? Thanks for coming, pal. How did I end up here? Am I going to go on the couch? Well, enjoy the couch, mate. It's a very comfortable couch you got there. Can't believe we got HP. We are in the presence of YouTube greatness. Okay, greatness. There you go, Henning. You're great. Thanks for coming, mate. You've just missed an hour of absolute gibberish. Where did we go? Oh, the chat jumped again. It has jumped. It jumps all the time. There we go. Right. Searching for tone. Your first guitar was a Hondo. Nice one, mate. Ray Gehring, you still have it. Your mum bought it new in 1966 before I was born. That was very kind of her. Miss Jenny Guitar. Hello, Miss Jenny. Is this another female? We've got 2 in the chat. Thank you for calling, Miss Jenny. Oh, wait a minute. Do I know Miss Jenny? Miss Jenny, are you the one who does the street busking? I've watched a few of your videos. Very good stuff. If it is you, let me know and I'll stay on it a couple minutes longer and we'll make you a mod, because guitar channels get to be mods and you get to put your links into the channel. Carrying on. Robbie F, you've just got off a meeting and you're missing this week. Take care, friends. No worries, mate. Hopefully catch you next time. Search for Tone saying hello to Henning. Everybody's saying hello to Henning because he's the man. Mott Hoople, we discussed it over pancakes with Canadian syrup. I must have missed what that was about. Adventures in Gearland is also in and also has a channel, so let's add this guy as a moderator as well. There you go, mate. Done. Oh, Henning. Of course we need to make Henning a moderator. How could I forget? There we go. Awesome. Sorry, what were you saying there, Adventures in Gearland? Just dropping in between getting the children to bed. Hope everyone's having a great week. And you, mate. Hope you're having a good one, mate. Richard Sheehan, your first guitar was a satellite LP, same as John Robson. Yeah, just found his YouTube video about it. Brings back memories, even though it was a bit cack. Nice one. Right, I'm going to skip ahead a lot because I can't catch up, I'm sorry. I'll read Henning's comment because favouritism, basically. You're way too nice, that's true, mate. I'm too nice. You've got to go. Right, okay, see you later, mate. Thanks for coming. Awesome. Right, Boss Hog, what are you saying? You've got a 96 MIJ telly and you like it. Only had it about 1.5 years. Oldest you have is a Squire vintage modified jazz bass, which you also like a lot. Far from vintage, but you've done some light modern. Good on you. HP will be gone now, but oh, that was good. I missed that there. Right, did Miss Jenny tell us if it was if it's her with the channel or not? No, I don't think so. Did I miss it? Oh well, I'll check it later, and if it is, I'll remember to do it if you come back. Right, okay. Thanks everybody for coming. Went about 5 minutes over time there. I hope that's okay. I hope you've not like got the oven on or something, or I don't know, anything important to get to. Right, speaking of important things to get to, very important, not really important. Tomorrow's video, Friday 6 PM, 1954 Gibson Les Paul. So please check it out if you can. Links are going in. Thanks everybody for coming. Have a great weekend and see you later. It never works. I'll try again. Thanks for watching. Until next time. See you later. See you later. See you later. Sorry. See you later. I don't know if it's still on. There we go. Everybody's the best. Oh, it's supposed to be ended. I didn't end it. Right, okay, now we're ending it. Sorry. I thought it was ended. Now it's ended. Bye.